Hi, guys. Welcome back to Hear Me Out. I'm E.
I'm D.
And today we're going to talk about Britney Spears for the 17th umpteenth time at this point. We have so many videos on the lineup, so many videos that we've already posted. If you haven't watched The Rise and Fall of Britney Spears, please do so. I feel like it's a great addition or a great addendum. Like, what's a good word for this? For the memoir that she's
Oh,
about to uh,
yeah,
that she's about to release or probably release by the time you see this video. You see a recap of, basically her life, and, you
yeah,
can tie it back to the memoir and it makes sense, and you get sad and you get angry. It's all these emotions.
yeah.
But we're going to pick a certain topic right now that's, very controversial. We've been dealing with a lot as of, I don't know, 2023. I don't know when this happened, 2022. Roe v.
2022.
Wade,
22.
Roe v. Wade issue. We're not going to get into the politics of it, but we thought it was very interesting that, Britney revealed that she did terminate a pregnancy with then boyfriend Justin Timberlake, and Britney Spears needs to run for president because she brought the pro life people and the pro choice people together in their separate ways, but they seem kind of happy. I don't know how to. She brought the communities together. I
Yeah.
feel they're agreeing to disagree, and I think she should run for president just because of that. So please let us know what's happening.
So according to TMZ, Britney Spears' bombshell abortion revelation has rallied both pro-life and pro-choice groups to come to her defense, but for completely different reasons, TMZ has learned. We talked to a number of major orgs that land on each side of the issue and are all expressing support and solidarity for Britney after she shared a personal story about once getting pregnant by then boyfriend Justin Timberlake, only to decide not to have the baby. For starters, the National Right to Life Committee says they're actually willing to lend Britney a hand on account of the trauma she might be experiencing having to relive all of this. An NRLC rep tells us there are a lot of folks in their world who are just like Britney, namely women who've had abortions only to regret it later, which is certainly how Britney sounds. They say they have services and resources available they'd love to extend to her. One of those is peer counseling and therapy, which NRTLC says they have in abundance and at any of their many pregnancy centers across the country, all of which is confidential and judgment free. The committee adds they're there if Britney wants to reach out. On the opposite end of the coin is a pro choice organization, the Center of Reproductive Rights, which is also coming out to praise Britney, but their point of view is distinct and different. As far as they're concerned, CORR believes Britney simply sharing her experience in and of itself dissolves the stigma surrounding abortion, which they see as a major win for their cause. A rep adds, these conversations are especially necessary right now, given that millions of people across the U.S. no longer have this right. So yeah, it's wild.
I know. How did Britney do this? How did Britney unite the internet and these groups, these organizations in a different way? I
Right.
think is a united front, sorta, not really, but
Right.
it's more, you would expect this versus that kind of argument, like we always do,
Or condemnation or, some sort of
or
negative.
praise or whatever, and
Yeah.
but we haven't seen any of that, which I find awfully surprising.
It very much is, honestly. Like, yeah, when you told me about it, I was pretty shocked. Because I don't think I'd ever thought in my lifetime I'd see them agreeing on anything. Um, and, I, not to get into the politics or whatever, but I've been to, my fair share of marches and protests, and there's usually very, very stark differences when the other group shows up to the protest to counter protest, and it gets crazy.
Hmm.
So to see that people are kind of rallying behind her, it's amazing. I mean, she deserves that and so much more, considering everything she's been through and all the things we've learned so far and the things we've yet to learn. After the book drops too, I'm sure we'll know more.
Mhm.
But I mean, this whole story, her sharing it, I have to agree, it in and of itself, it's a very important thing to have done. Just because, some people may benefit from it. And on the other side of things, I do agree that she probably needs a lot of trauma counseling. She mentions that this is something that, she regrets to this day. And that is a very difficult thing to live with. She obviously went on to have two sons and everything, but even that was kind of stripped from her during her conservatorship. She didn't get to really raise her sons and get to be a proper mother to them, or she did the best she could, obviously, given the circumstances. So I
Mhm.
think she's never really had a chance to do motherhood the way she would want to. First, because Justin stripped her of that. And then, you know what? Let me not fully say that because they both made the decision. So, first, because of that situation. And second, because of the issues that came about with Kevin Federline and then the conservatorship. So, now I feel even worse for her about the miscarriage she had with her soon to be ex husband. Because that was probably going to be her first time being able to enjoy a pregnancy, being able to enjoy motherhood in a way that she hasn't been able to before. And I feel like that just adds even more to the trauma that she
Mhm.
lived through her whole life. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, this is obviously a sensitive topic, but just, just looking at it, very superficially, the fact that Brittany could tell her story and that two groups who have very different points of view,
Hmm.
I like to say agree to disagree, but they could easily condemn her.
Yeah,
The pro life people could easily condemn her,
yeah,
and the pro choice people could, just basically be like, hey, you have nothing to worry about, you did fine, whatever. They
yeah,
could take, a whole different approach. But
right.
the way they just, I feel like, listened
Yeah,
and are still providing support no matter what, I'm like, I wonder why we can't just do something like that. This is me in a utopian world. Why
yeah,
can't we just do something like that? This is, a lot of these topics, besides women's reproductive health or abortions or, I don't know, immigration, whatever other topics. It's so what's the word?
it's always
It's so
divisive.
intricate. There's so many different sides to, the stories. So
Yeah,
just, I think, listening and understanding and trying to like find solutions to things would just be a lot better. I don't know what the right answer is. I'm not going to say my opinion here,
yeah,
but they just listened and they supported in their own way, even
right,
though they don't support each other, if that makes sense.
right.
So I love this about Brittany. Brittany 2024.
Oh, okay.
I gotta make this, kind of funny at the end. Because if she was able to put these two groups, um, make them, understand,
Agree to
agree to
something.
disagree or
Yeah.
something, then she could do a lot for Congress. Because this stalemate that we got going on about different things,
Oh my
the
God.
math ain't mathing, it ain't working. Brittany, take over. Because it's toxic in there. And I want you to give me more of
Wow.
give me more of what you got, because that circus,
Oh, okay. We're continuing.
yeah, I'm trying to think of all the titles of her different stuff. It's toxic.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Again, this is not political. We
Right.
didn't say our points of view.
Right.
Maybe you could figure it out, but I don't know. I'm not going to confirm or deny. Okay.
Same, same.
But let us know what you think about Brittany kind of uniting these groups and,
I
them
know.
supporting her. I think this is such a big thing, and I hope people don't overlook it. I think this is a great topic of discussion.
Yeah.
And I hope things get better for her and for everybody.
Yeah, I do too.
If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, please share our video. We're trying to grow our community, so your friends be our friends. Be friends. We also have social media, which Dee'll tell you about.
We're on Instagram and TikTok at Hear Me Out, DNE. So make sure you guys follow, like, share, comment. We love interacting with y'all.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.